Hi everybody, it's Tony here with ToniStamps. Welcome back to my channel and the long-awaited part 2 video of this little mini album. So this was a book that we made out of these North Pole sacks. We use these as the pages, and it's been a couple weeks. I think it was Thanksgiving when I uploaded this first one. But we've got all of our pages in here ready to decorate. I finally have identified pictures, and they are the perfect amount that I need. I need 16 pictures for this. So let's get to it. We're going to do photo mounting, layering, make some inserts for the pockets, and then doll up the front of this album. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, let's get started. Let's first take a look at our album. So if you recall, it was 4 1/4 tall, 6 1/4 wide, and the spine is 1 1/4. We made the base out of some chipboard and different designer papers and cardstock, and then we built this hinge system and added these 4 pocket pages. Now the pocket pages came from the snowman or North Pole sack. So this was an add-on for the paper pumpkin for I think November. Yeah, November, to go with the tags that were in last month's kit. So anyway, I got a couple of packs of those, and, you know, we made them. These are our pages, so we're going to be able to slide stuff into here. So my perfect amount of pictures, I decided I wanted, since there's 4 pages, I want 1 for each side, so that's 8. Then I want to have a pocket, an insert in the middle with 2, so that's another 8. So I needed 16 pictures. And it took me a while to find some. So I actually found a batch in my mom's, some of her stuff. She had an envelope. This is her friend Jan. This was her surprise 70th party. So I went through all the pictures, and there was duplicates, and oh, that's my mom. There was duplicates, some good, some not good. Some they would take landscape and then take the same thing, portrait. So I didn't need all those. I wanted all the landscape ones. So by the time I went through, there was exactly 16 pictures. So how perfect is that, you know? So first thing we're going to do, I've already gone through and I used my 1-inch hole punch to punch like a half circle. So that's so we can reach in here and grab, you know, whatever we put in there. But I had to measure our pages. And even though this is encroaching on the hole that I punched out, but I wanted my layers to go 5 inches across and then 3 3/4 inches tall. And these measurements are all in the description. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, 3 3/4, that's going to be like, that's going to be a little tight. Did I check that right? We'll see. We might have to make some changes because 3 3/4 is going to take up a lot of room. All right, we're going to see how it goes because I already cut all these papers. So I needed 8 photo layers for the front and back of each page. All right, then I need, for my inserts, I need 4 more pieces, and I'm using all mint macaron because that is the color of the designer paper. You could use whatever you want, obviously. Coordinate with your whatever papers you picked. So these pieces are 5 by 7 1/2 and scored in half at 3 3/4. So these are the same size as our photo mounts, like for the outside. All right, so let me just score these. So my plan is to put 2 pictures on the inside of each one of these, and then I will doll up the front with some more coordinating, some more of this gingham paper, because I still have a couple bits left of that. All right, so we'll come back to these. Right now, let's start mounting photos, and I'm gonna see right now. So I already went through and put the order in, my pictures in order that I want. Front, 2 on the inside, and then back. So like each group of 4 is going to be front, inside, inside, back. All right, so we're going to glue these on, and I'm just using my Barely Art glue. You use whatever tape or adhesive you want. And if I need to change this, I will, because I'm not too worried about using this, because there are, like I said, there was duplicates in these pictures. But hopefully this is going to work out. So I don't mind that it's covering up most of the snowflakes, because like I said, I didn't care when we were making this. It doesn't have to be a winter theme. I gotta hold this glue down some more. I think this is going to work out just fine. Because I don't know if her retirement party was in the winter, but I'm going to go with a flower theme for this. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, that's enough of a border, and if I put it down close enough, I'm only going to have to snip a little bit, or actually, might not have to snip anything at all. All right, let's go with that. So I'm just going to get through this first page with you. And then I'm going to go off camera to glue and adhere all the rest of my pictures. And then we'll come back for decorating. So I'm going to use a flower set or two, maybe a greeting, maybe some different happy birthdays thrown in. I was thinking balloons at first because birthday, but there aren't any balloons on these pictures. But there are plenty of flowers, and they all like the flowers. All right, that's going to work. Now let's do our inside. So I want this one up top. And then I may put a white bit on the back, a piece of basic white, just in case she wants to journal or write anything about each set of pictures. And I'm also going to include a couple little things in here that she could maybe write on for her memories. Because I am going to send this to her friend. I told her, I didn't tell her I was sending it to her, but I said, I need to know when your party was and where was it. And then I told her, I've got all these extra pictures if you want them. All right, and that is popping up. All right, let me turn it this way and actually flip it and rub all over this. This is such a neat idea for a book. And really, I mean, to hold 16 pictures in one little album, that's pretty cool. Because that's more than you would think. Like, when we take pictures at, holidays and stuff, I'm lucky to get 5 or 6 pictures out of everything. Nice. Okay, so this needs a piece of the designer paper. So I did cut a couple more, 4 sheets of this. Same pattern that I used here. And I'm going to alternate. I'm going to put some of the big print on, and then like 2 of the big print, and then 2 of the smaller print showing. Just to give it a little something different. All right, now for right now, I'm just putting this designer paper on. When we go back to come back with flowers and to add, a front cover bit, I'm going to go through and put more flowers throughout. But right now, I just want spacing and to make sure that all of this is going to fit properly. And as you add stuff, the album is going to get a little bit, it's going to pop up some. Oh, and now I can see I need to add a little bit more glue to like the corners, because we don't want any of this popping up. Nice. So I still will be able to pull that out, so I don't have to trim this little bit. I thought I might need to go back in with the corner with my circle punch and cut this out, but nope. Looks like it's going to be just fine. All right, let's get this back in here, and then we'll do the back of this first page. Like each hinge, this is considered a page, this pocket. All right, so we've got this. And I don't even know half these people, so I really hope she's going to give me some, I'm going to have to ask her for names. Or I may add like a little white tag there or something that she could write, who it was. Although she knows who her friends are, right? But just an idea if you need to add journaling to your own album. Just take a little strip of, you know, white, vanilla, crumb cake, whatever. Cut enough that you can write whatever you want on it and glue it right down in a spot that, you know, can stand to be covered up. Like this area of this whole picture, I may just make a flower cluster and glue it right on top of there because we really only need to see these 3 people. And that's just a design choice. Okay, that's a good picture. All right, let's glue this one down. And actually, I'm going to pull this out for now because I want to make sure I line up the edges here. Okay. And the more cardstock layers we have, the sturdier this book becomes. All right, that looks good. And I feel like I want to put something on it so I can rub my hands all over it. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll put another flower there. All right, let's put this one back in. Now I'm doing all the same color throughout my book, just crumb cake and mint macaron. If you wanted to, actually the flowers, I'm gonna do probably fresh freesia and maybe some polished pink, but you know, obviously your colors are gonna coordinate with your papers. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing to the remaining 3 pockets and then I'll come back. I'm not gonna make you suffer through that. All right, okay, we are ready to put some flowers in. So I chose to work mainly with the Flowers of Friendship stamp just because I wanted these flowers. They were easy enough to cut out, hand cut, and punch for these. But any flower, or if you wanted balloons or, you know, whatever theme you're going for. This was a surprise birthday party, but I'm going to go with a flower theme. And then let me just show you real quick. I stamped all my flowers in black on white. I actually did it in crumb cake first and colored them, and I did not like that. That was Flirty Flamingo, and that was Highland Heather, and I just didn't like how it looked on the crumb cake for this particular project. But I am going to save these and use them on something else since I did bother to cut them out. But for these, I stamped like 4 in a row, and then I took my ink blenders and the brushes and the ink pads and just colored them. And I did the same thing with the flowers that I punched out. I just stamped a bunch of them and then ink blended the color over them instead of going through and using a marker on every single one, just to get it quick. Now I may cut this one out later. I'm not quite sure. I've also cut out a bunch of some different tags, some different layers of things. So I've got a circle and a scallop, some other layers, different labels, different tags. I want to stamp a little something on these maybe and include them. Not sure entirely, so we're just going to leave that there. I am going to do the cover at the very end. So when I come to this first page, I know I did want to use this little label, and this was from like Seasonal Labels and tailor-made tag dies and layering circles. I think that covered it. Yes, Seasonal Labels. I think I said that right. Oh, and I've got a little bit of different ribbon here. I've got some crochet trim, some gold ribbon, some fine art ribbon that is like a burlap kind of with gold threads through it. And then I have one little piece left of this gold shimmer ribbon. So I'm going to use some of that. I like a lot of different ribbons and textures. And then I've got some linen thread, so we'll use that. If you have baker's twine, anything similar. And you may not want to do ribbon. It's all up to you. All right, so what I want to do, remember I said earlier when I was putting this picture in, I kind of want to cover up this area because it's kind of dead space, but I want all the people to show. So I want to stamp Life is Better with Friends Like You, and that's going to fit right on there. And I'm kind of going to try to stamp it. Yeah, it's going to fit right there. Then here's my plan, is to add a flower, hopefully it won't cover it up. So let me get this going. And I'm going to do that one in, so I chose to use Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and Polished Pink. I'm just eyeballing this to make sure it's somewhat straight. Yeah, that looks good. So I think on this first one, I'm going to do the purple flower. So I'm going to go with a darker purple. So I'm going to go with the Gorgeous Grape. And let's do that like right in the center-ish. All right, not quite perfectly straight, but straight enough for what I need it for. All right. So yeah, the theme is going to be birthday and friendship, because this is all a bunch of her friends. And this is my friend's mom. I mean, duh, my mom's friends. This is Jan, Chris, and Wayne, Chris's husband. Okay, so I'm going to do that one there. And then let's bring this flower in. Now this, I can cut this right off and put it somewhere else. Okay, so can have that there. And then I can add this one right over top. All right, so let's go ahead and glue this down. Now I'm not going to do a lot of popping things up on these pages. Actually, let me show you the, there is some space, so maybe I should take that back. I can do some dimensionals, but so see the gaps in between here? So that means you could have something lifted up. So, all right, that changes my mind. Let's go ahead and pop this up. And I am going to use a lot of dimensionals just because I don't want it to be, I don't want there to be any saggy bits. And then I'll be able to pop up the flowers and then maybe glue some bits on this label. And then that'll support it some. So, all right, let's get this in here. Okay, that looks good. And then this, I want to be, that's going to be perfect. All right, so then I can add glue right there. And I'll need dimensionals behind these guys. And then I'll be able to add that, the little one that I cut off. And actually, I should try to fit some dimensionals right there. And I want them to be the same size. So that's when these little side bits come in handy. Let's get that little one. And this. And hopefully that's not going to hang over the edge. All right. Let's push that down. All right, and then add a little bit of glue. I think it was gonna like go right in this area where it would cross over our label. Oh, and then this can have a little bit of glue. And that's stuck to my hands. All right, and that. Oh, life is better. I gotta twist that around a little bit. Oh, yikes. Let's do that one there. Pull that up and move it over. Okay, so you don't want anything encroaching on that fold. You don't want it to impede any of the movement. So that's why this one was a little bit too close. So just back it off like maybe 1/8 of an inch or so. Now where's that other one? Oh, here we go. So now this guy, I could either come down here or just add it right there. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me take this pointy end off. And I think I'm going to add one little dimensional behind this. and then glue. There we go. Nice. I'm just going to hold that down for a minute. I like it. So I just want a little something, and not necessarily on every page, but I'm going to go through and decide as we go. Now here is the pullout for this first page where I've got just her, you know, gifts and the cake. And I want to do a little something there, just like a one layer thing with some kind of greeting stamped on it, like happy birthday or something. But I will, again, do those after I do these pages. All right, so now let's pick here. I'm going to use maybe some of the smaller flowers. And do I want to go back and add ribbon? Yeah, I feel like let's do that. Let's go ahead and add this, a little knot of this gold. So my thought process is kind of back and forth right now for this. So you may want to skip to the end if you don't want to see like how I talk myself in and out of things. But let's do a little glue dot. I'm gonna put these right here. And I can't see the second one that I just put on there. Let's try that again. Okay. And then we'll add that little bit. Okay, I like it. I think I'm gonna save my like gems and stuff till the very end. Okay, next page. Now here's, I was thinking I want a little something coming in from this side. It doesn't necessarily have to be a tag though. So I can take a scrap of paper. See, there's two opportunities, like friendship from all of us, you know, happy birthday. So I want something. I like it. Happy and biggest wish. We've got happy friend, happy birthday, hello friend. Lots of different opportunities. Then I also grabbed simply succulents. I was just looking for greetings, really, that I might want to put. You make the ordinary extraordinary. Kind people are my kind of people. Shaded summer. I like this happy birthday. And this, some friendships are just meant to be. I'm definitely putting that one on this page. So, love you, friend. Friendships refresh the soul from beauty of friendship. And then a whole bunch, go-to greetings, a whole bunch of different happy birthdays. So actually, let's do a little happy birthday right there. And I'm going to hand cut that one. And the trick is what color ink. So here I had the gorgeous grape. I think, either early espresso. I think crumb cake's a little light. So let's see. Okay. And looks like my early espresso is a little light, but that's going to work. All right. So this I want to hand cut, and I can tell I stamped that a little bit crooked. So that's okay. I can fix it. Straighten this out. And it does not have to be perfect, you guys. All right, because it's not. And I'm going to rip it because I like to do that. But I do need to come in here and there, straighten that out just a little bit more. So I want that this way. I say it doesn't have to be perfect, and then I keep messing with it. That's just how it goes sometimes. All right. Yeah, I like that. And we're just going to glue that down flat. Right on the picture. I'm not worried about you know, ruining the pictures. This is my little project, so it's serving my purpose. I don't care that it's not like acid free, although it might be. I don't know if this glue is or not. All right. Now, one thing I need to mention. So, like I said, I'm going to go at the end and do like doodads, embellishments, rhinestones or something. I might want to keep them kind of like flat things, like maybe sequins or something, because you don't want lumps to, they could possibly affect another page. So if I put a rhinestone right there, like a big bulky thing, this may get pressed together and it may make an indent in your picture on this side. And that happens in regular scrapbooks too. So if you're like real 3D with your scrapbooks and like to put a little, you know, a lot of doodads and 3D things, you will notice that if you have something lumpy on this side, there will be a divot on this side where, especially in regular scrapbooks where the pages are really smashed together. So just something to keep in mind. All right, now this one, I think I want to go to some pink flowers, even though these colors are, you know, there's no pink in it. I just like pink. I did at least use mint macaron for the flowers. But I feel like I want a little something like here, and then maybe a flower, something up there. We do like groups of 3, so maybe something here, maybe 2 flowers, and I really wanted to do that, something about friendships. Some friendships are meant to be, I think I wanted that on this one. You make the ordinary extraordinary, or let's just do friend from Biggest Wish. And, ooh, I didn't even put that back right. I had happy and hello. Let's go friend. All right, now this one I'm definitely going to do in mint macaron, because I want that to tie in with some of the green over here. All right, mint macaron. Nice. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. I'm gonna have to make a pile of things to clean. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna, I feel like I should punch this one. Okay. I feel like an oval punch is in order, and that won't fit. Friend. Well, it will fit here. Okay, let's do that with the double oval punch. And then I feel like I want to ink blend. I want to go around it a little bit with some crumb cake. So let's get my... All right, let's go around just the edges, just because I don't like that stark white edge to that. And I would tell you, I'm only going to do a couple of pages, and then I will just stop it and do the rest, because I really don't want you to suffer through all of my indecisions. Because when I get to this point where I'm decorating things, it's kind of on the fly. Like, what do I feel like needs to be there? And, you know, what do I think looks good right then? That's still a little bland, but that's going to be okay, because we're going to add some flowers. And do I need to refill my glue? I don't think so. All right, friend. Let's pop that, and we'll do a little, I want the big flower. I guess the big flower is going to have to go over here. Nope. Little flower. Because I don't want to impede pulling out this tab, you know, so I don't want to put a flower right here because that's too close. So like here could work. And I don't want to cover up Jan because she is the guest of honor. Actually, you know what? Let's put that right there. And I'm going to pop that up. And I might double layer this, like put the little flower inside of that one. And then the other little flower over here. And then we get a group of 3, which is a good number. All right, let's see where this can go. Okay, that can go right there. And then this, I feel like I need to curve this a little bit. And it may not stay curved, but I'm gonna give it a try. These petals. Now, when you're doing something like this, rounding these petals, you kind of got to be careful because I have like ripped them clean off before. It happens. All right, I don't necessarily want that staggered. I think I do want it right on top of each other. And we will do another dimensional. Ooh, you know what? I may go back too and add a Wink of Stella to give all these flowers some shimmer. Okay, just like that. See, that would be the perfect spot for a little blingy bling. Oh, and I should have probably stuck in some leaves here. All right, I'm just gonna glue some of these in. Can't think of everything, right? Even though I punched all these out. That. Maybe another little small one up here. All right, I'm trying not to get glue on myself. All right. That looks a little bit weird, but that's okay. All right, now let's do another little flower. We're gonna do that here. And this time I will put the leaves behind it first. That and maybe like here. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, and again, I don't want this to impede the movement of this page, so we can pop this up too. All right, I guess that'll do it. And I don't want to cover up Chris's head. All right, let's go up here. And we can go out to the edge of our bags, our North Pole sack. So I could have gone a little bit further up with that. But I'm happy with that. Nice. Okay, and then we turn. Now, so you can see popping those things up with the dimensionals, it's got just enough room for that. So nice, that's good. Okay, so this one I was saying I definitely wanted that some friendships are just meant to be. And I want that in Gorgeous Grape. And that one I might want a little label and then cut off part of it. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, that didn't look straight at all. All right, if this doesn't work and it doesn't turn out straight, then I'm just gonna do it on a scrap piece of paper And, oh wait, I could do this one too. All right, we got 2 tries. That's my mom. All right, let's do this. Fingers crossed. Perfect. Oh my God. Perfect, perfect. Okay. My mom's favorite color was purple, so that's why this page had to be purple for her. Okay. And I'm going to have to cut this off, but that's okay. And I'm going to take this one to hang over the edge a little bit. Now, I know I'm going to put a little sequin there. I thought about maybe putting just a teensy little bit of ribbon or something, but I really want something blingy. And I do want a purple flower at least somewhere. Maybe even right there. Yep, okay. Cool. See how things change between when I say it and then when I actually get it down. And I'm gonna go, like I said, hanging off this edge, but I do want that little bit of green poking out here because I don't want to lose it. All right. Oh yeah. Nice. All right, I'm gonna pop this one up and I want mini dimensionals if I have any. Yeah, here's some. Because I really want mini dimensional under each one of these petals. And the middle. And then I can still come back and put a sequin or something right in the middle of this flower. All right, I want to go over. I hope my head hasn't been in the way the whole time as I'm leaning over. Nice. All right, now to tie in this purple flower, I can add purple flowers over here. And then I think we're going to be done with this one. We'll do a big one and a little one. And some green, some leaves behind them. Okay. So I'm just going to glue these together. And, you know, if you had different flowers that you didn't have to piece together like this, you know, that would make your assembly go a lot quicker. But I want to make sure this is just what I want. All right, so we're going to have that there. Popped up, and then we'll do one little leaf under this small one. Okay. All right, these I want to kind of be clustered together like that. All right, so I'm going to glue the little one down flat. Excuse me. And then I'll pop up the big one. All right, so let's do that. I can go right there. And then pop up the larger. And you can tell I'm really adding these. I can get one little bit right in here. Okay. Oop, you know what? I could do a little bit right there too. Okay. All right, let's put this one in. Oops, sticking to me. All right. I like it. And yep, I will be blinging these, the center flowers up. And then I've got to decide, I don't have a whole lot of room in this pocket for like a big 3D something on here, but I think one layer of something, like either a rectangle or one of these die cuts. But I will do those last. So I've got our first couple pages, and I think I'm going to go pink, purple. Why not? So I will do these. Oh, wait a minute. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just these two, and then the insides. So I will do those and then come back. Okay, I don't want to make you suffer through this. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I finished the last couple pages, and we're going to work on the cover together after we flip through this. So let's just look real quick at all the different pages and what I've added. And I went through and added some iridescent pearls. That's really the only embellishment I put on the flowers, and Wink of Stella. So I Wink of Stella'd all the leaves and the flowers. So we've got that, and then our pullout. So I kept the pullouts flat, okay, like no raised up bits. Oop, and I have to go back and do Wink of Stella on that. But because these pockets are so like snug anyway, there's really not a whole lot of room for 3D embellishments. So I just put a little something on the front of each one. Happy birthday, and then she could write something on the back. That was my intention anyway. So that's our first pocket. Then we had our happy birthday and friends, and we did this one already. And then this one I kept kind of like pink and pink. I guess I could have gone opposite. Like I could have gone purple flowers here since I've got pink here, but that's not how I did it. So friendships refresh the soul, and I do have the links, not the links, but the names of all the stamp sets and dies and colors and everything. That's all in the description. Some of these are retired, so you'll just have to use whatever you have. But then this was our purple page. Some friendships are just meant to be. And then this little hello friend. And some more pictures. I really love how this turned out. And I did stick with the pearls just like on the insides of the flowers for these ones. And I like it. Kind people are my kind of people. And then the different style of flower. Now for these, I think it was this one. I cut this right off of the main one. Let me get one here that's not cut up. So this is how that flower looks together, you know, and I hand cut it. So I just chopped off. Oh, and actually I added this. So I chopped this flower off and that leaf, and then I pieced it back together and popped it up over there. So I thought that was interesting. And then here we've just got a little tag and some ribbon and twine. That was our last set. And then the last page, I've got both the pink and purple together. So that really did bulk up our pages quite a bit. So when we first started, you know, I could tie it, and these two, the front and back covers, would touch. So now we've got that bulked up a little. It's beautiful. All right, let me just tie this so it's not going to flop around. And we will work on the cover. And then we are finished our little book. Okay, and I may decide to trim those ribbons a little bit more, but all right, so what I decided, I want to use some of these flowers since I stamped and hand cut a bunch of them. I had pink, this is polished pink and Highland Heather, and I did chop these ones up. I may use this flower, this leaf, I'm not sure. So I'm going to use all these pieces and any of my leftover bits here if I need to. I think I'm going to stick with these flowers. But then I've got this label. This is from the Seasonal Labels dies, and this is in Mint Macaron. And then I had just a little piece of this shimmer paper, and this is Soft Succulent. This was from like last year. and that I had embossed with the greeneries die. And I just realized that this is not even. But that is, I don't think anyone else is going to notice. So, yeah, too late now. I already glued it on. So, oh well. So let me glue this flat. I don't mind having things 3D on my album cover normally. A journal, if I was going to put it in my, in and out of my purse or my notebook or something, I might not want it very 3D. All right, I'm just trying to evenly place this. So I'm using some of the plaid lines as a guide. Yep, that looks good. I'm just going to hold that there for a minute. Now this layer, this is a happy birthday die. It's retired. I cut 3 of these and then glued them together. Now, obviously, you can tell I didn't get them placed exactly together like on the last one, but that's okay. You could, I could have used foam sheets and, you know, covered it with the Highland Heather paper and then die cut that whole thing. But I didn't want all that white foam to be visible like from the sides. So I did 3 layers of cardstock, just die cut 3 times and then glued them together. And it's just, it's a little bit thicker. It's thick enough that you notice that it's not just one sheet. So that's what I want. And now I'm not going to glue this down first. So I want to come in and put my flowers on first. And then this will go over top of some of them. So all I want to glue down for right now is this bottom leaf and that little stem. Because I want to use, I want to tuck some other things in. All right, but I want this to stay put. And then here's my plan is this is going to go over here. So I went ahead and, like I said, I cut these apart, stamped them, ink blended them, did that all at the same time that I did all my flowers. And now I'm just going to tuck in, actually, I think I'm just going to tuck in 2 of these bits because I want like 5 flowers. Because you know how like odd numbers is a good way to go. So this, I think, I want it to kind of look like they're all from the same branch, even though I know that that's weird. They could have different colors. All right, I am happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this flower down and that leaf, because those are going to stay down. And was it this one? I think, yeah. And then I'm going to glue this down. Trying to get it at the very end also. All right, let's do that. And they can go right on top of each other. And this glue will dry clear, so don't worry about any of that. I want to get this little corner. Nice. Okay, and then this second pink one, I do want that coming like right in here. Like that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this bigger flower down because I know that's not going to move. And then I want this one to be like right there. So it's going to look like this stem is coming off of here. So I can glue this flower down. So it's just, you know, take your time, pick how you want your flower arrangements to go, and then glue things in as you can. And of course, yours is probably going to be completely different. All right, so let's do this. And oops, different heights is always good. Although they kind of landed right on top of each other, but that's okay. All right, So I'm just putting glue. There we go. Let me just hold that there for a sec. All right, and now I'm going to glue my words down. And the fact that it's hanging over on that flower a little bit, perfectly fine. All right. Now this part, I want to be pretty generous with the glue. I don't want any of these bits to pop up. This glue is very strong, so I know it's going to hold up. But I just have to carefully get it on all the bits. All right, almost there. Now, since I'm putting this on the shimmer vellum, which is coated, it's going to be slippery and move around a bit. So I just have to be patient and hold it down, let it dry. Ugh. All right, how am I going to grab this? Okay. Oops, try to keep my head out of the way. So just kind of eyeball it, see middle-ish. That looks good. And press down. And then we're going to add some more of these iridescent pearls, and then our little book's going to be done. So I found out the pictures were from about 10 years ago. 10 years this coming May. It was my mom's friend Jan's 70th. So this coming year, she'll be having her 80th. So that's cool. And I'm very excited to, I'm going to mail this to her, along with all the extra pictures that I have left over. Like I said from the beginning, there was like duplicates and maybe triplicates of some. All right, that looks good. I'm just raising it up a little bit. Yep, all the rest of that glue will dry up. Okay, so now let's add some of these iridescent pearls. So I like to add just a teeny little dot of glue and then put the pearl down. Let's do one here. Just because the extra glue can only help. Nice. And then we need some over here. Let's do a big one. Oops. That one is trying to escape. And then doot and doot. I do like a lot. So putting 5 on here, I like it. All right. I feel like if I put one more here, that will be even. So I would need an odd number. I would need to add another one. Then maybe I could do one there. Yeah, let's do it. So one there, and we'll put one right on that flower. So we'll do a little one down here. And then a big one right there on that flower next to our happy. I love it. And of course, these were my mom's favorite colors, the purple, anyway. I guess I should have asked Jan what her favorite color was, but oh well. All right, so there we have it, our finished 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 album that we used the North Pole sacks for to make our pages. And we made our chipboard covers and binding system. So I hope you enjoy. And again, sorry it took me so long to get this part 2 done, but It's just been busy around here, but it's done now. So enjoy. Talk to you later.